thought I'll make a quick update on DRIFT21. The developers have recently released a new update that apparently has had major changes to the handling. A few little UI changes, the way the scores are counted, the way you can see your angle and all that little crap. They've also added some wall kissing stuff and so on. So I thought the best idea is to pick some of the cars that will really struggle to drive, the BMW for example and the RX-8. And we also got the MX-5 that were built on the last video I uploaded, which was the V8 swap. But what I've done since is put the inline 4, put a turbo on it. So I think we'll start with that. As far as the trucks go, I think I'm just going to pick the default truck, which is the Minami, which is part of Ibisu, I think, with the little jump and all that. And let's take it for a spin and see how the car feels and just in general how the game runs. I've also read that there's a new camera angle. I think that might be. Alright, cool. Let's pop the MX-5 in gear. Take it for a spin. Alright, so you can see the new angle graph bar thingy at the bottom. That looks alright. Oh, okay, the car already feels very different. It feels lighter, and I would say softer and a bit more agile, which is exactly what I was missing initially. Initially the problems were like the cars felt really wooden in that sense. Even though I think this low power MX-5 might be more suited to a smaller truck rather than this. And well, crash physics are still very funky, but let's not worry about that. Let's just wait for it to finish crashing. Okay, so I think the MX-5 might be a little bit too low power for this truck. Let's pick the GT86. That was an awful car to drive after build. I think it's even stage 3 2J swap, wasn't it? Oh yeah, it's a stage 3. Don't remember what engine it's in. That car, I think it's a 2J. Or was that 1J, whatever. Still the Toyota inline 6. Sounds good. See how it drives. Well, it reacts to turns, which is good to see. Look at the angle. Okay, let's try and play with it, see how it drives. Oh wow, he actually likes drifting, which is something I really struggled with the last attempt last time I actually drove this car. It's absolutely awful to drive. Kept understeering into walls. That does not seem to be the case anymore. Look at that. Power. Got the power. The camera is interesting, but don't mind it too much. Gives me a better view into the corner at least. Look at that. Did you see the kiss of the wall? Little icon pop up. There you go again. But I'm really surprised how different that feels. That is a massive improvement. Like generally that is a huge change from what it was. It was odd because initially when they released the game, the first initial early access release that I played, so I think it's the day it came out, because I was following this game on Facebook and I was kind of looking forward to it. Anyway, so when it came out, it actually drove alright. But I think for the 4th update they made a lot of changes to the handling model, and that just ruined it for me. And I was obviously I might have not been the target market for the update, in the sense that I play with a controller compared to most people who probably play with a wheel in a game that tends to be a drift simulator. But this generally feels much nicer to drive. Okay, so the MX-5 was low power. I think if we built it up properly with a bit more power, it would be good fun to drive it. Plus, I generally hate the way it sounds, so I just avoided it. Okay, so that sounds alright. That drives really good. That's actually a massive difference from what it was like before. That's good to see. Let's try the BMW that I've got built. I think that's, what is it? Stage T. Okay, so that's the V8 swapped one. I think we did this in a video a while ago. Let's see how that drives, because I remember that was an awful car to drive to. It seems like any high spec car with wider tires and just more power just drove like absolute duty. Well, it needs a bit more. It wants a bit more initiation in that sense to actually start drifting, but seems like once it gets going it's alright. You can feel the power difference between the RX-8. Feels a little bit twitchy, but I'd rather have a twitchy car than have something that we had before, which was just completely wooden understeer in every single direction car. This actually is alright. I wish the camera was a little bit further back, maybe. That's not too bad. Look at that V8 torque. You know, that is again a huge difference in the driving physics. Really do like, and I do like the angle bar at the bottom. Just a bit of a target, it's a bit of a challenge to see how far you can go. Oh yeah. Okay, props to the developers for this. This is quite a big difference in that sense. Sure, I mean, if you haven't yet bought the game or tried the game, totally give it a go on Steam. I think Steam offers the refunds if you don't like the game. Obviously, keep in mind that it is an early access, so things will change constantly, as you can see by the videos I make. Okay, what other cars have we got? I think I've got an MX-5 that was just basically built straight out. That's the starter car, the green MX-5 that you get. Okay, let's have a look. That might be a completely, yeah, that will be a completely stock car. I don't recall doing anything with it. I know it was straight after created the safe we bought the BMW and that was it. So I think this will be a completely standard car. It's got some side skirts on. I wonder if it's an inside camera that has a bit more motion too. Not this. Not this. Okay, no. Let's try out an inside camera. Oh, there's a massive difference between this and the BMW. I feel like I've got absolutely zero power. Okay, let's go into this camera. Yeah, you know, if you're a controller user, this is a good update for you. Especially if you found the previous handling model frustrating like I did. that is pretty good, you know. Well, yeah, I think overall that was a decent change by the developers, and I'm really glad to see it. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the rest. We'll see what the rest actually looks like, but as it stands, that's some massive improvement. Like generally, way better than I expected. Because last time they said there's not a massive upgrade for the handling, it completely ruined it for me. So this change overall is huge. Generally, the game feels much better, and the cars that I hated to drive before, the BMW and the RX-8, feel a lot better to drive. So I'm kind of looking forward to making more videos in this game. But I think for today, that's it. That's just going to be a quick update. And if you do watch these videos, drop me in the comments what you want to see, and I can cover it from the game if it's of interest. Thanks. Bye bye.